Right, hello lads, welcome back. Long time since we've done one of these, but we're finally back at it. We've missed a few games thus far, so Stephen, just want to run us through what's happened so far this season for us.
Quite a good start, yeah. Welcome back, Panda, off your holidays. Yeah, decent start. Obviously we've had games coming thick and fast. Saturday, Wednesday. We've had 3 league games, which we've won 2, drawn 1, and managed to get past South Miller in the cup, albeit on pens. So yeah, no complaints really. Lads have done well, come back in, smaller squad this year, so some different challenges, but can't be anything but happy with the start that we've made really.
Yeah, no, it's looking from the outside in, it's been an absolutely fantastic start. Mike, what are we going to be focused on today to going into today's encounter?
Well, no, we're under no illusions, are we? You know what I mean? Gateshead, they haven't had a bad start of the season. Last year they were, up there, probably favourites to win the league. 4 games out, something like that. Obviously things happened, but they don't just turn into a bad side overnight. So it's the utmost respect to Gateshead. They'll come strong. I'm sure of that. But also we've got to be confident. Home advantage. The way we go on is great. We're starting to click, which at the right time, I think. Pre-season we didn't at some points, but I think in hindsight it's been a good timing for us. So yeah, loads of respect for Gateshead, but I think we've got to be confident that we can go and get the job done today. So yeah.
Yeah, firstly, just to elaborate, Mike mentioned about being at home. What does our home form mean?
Your home games are massive, aren't you? And obviously we'd said the start of the season, we said the start that we had last season in terms of trying to make improvements from last season, we gave away some cheap points at home at the start of last season. And so Wednesday night just gone, this time last year almost exactly the same. We played Shildon and they took all 3. Obviously this time round we managed to take all 3, so that was like a start, I guess, in terms of responding in the right way. But today, like Mike says, Gateshead are a really good side, so it's going to be a tough ask. Down here last year against Gateshead, I think we played in midweek and it was one of our best attacking performances that we put together. We played really, really well that night, but we switched off on 2 set pieces and that cost us the game in the end. So yeah, home games are massive. We're on a little run. I think we've got next 4 at home, so we just need to really make them count.
Yeah, spot on lads, best luck for today then.
Cheers, mate.
Joined after the game today, 3-1 loss at home to Gateshead. Force, you just want to summarise that one for us?
Right, it's a tough one to take, to be honest, because the reasons why we've been beat are down to a difference in work rate between the 2 teams. Gateshead were superb out of possession. They literally didn't give us a second on the ball, and it was something that we knew would happen before the game. It was an area that we knew we had to be better in, because on Wednesday that was a little bit of an issue for us, despite the fact that we got the win. So to have lost because of that is poor really. There was very little in the game other than that. At 1-0 up, could have potentially been 2-0 up by then. But even at 1-1, there was very little in the game. We were creating a lot of chances, but yeah, just didn't work hard enough out of possession, and that's been the difference basically.
Yeah, Mike, did the players follow the plan that was set out today?
Well, we normally press. We normally try and press high up the field, and it didn't work. So we kind of changed. We changed that to just kind of bank up, and the way their system worked, it just didn't work for us. So we changed that. It worked for us a little bit better, but again, he's hit the nail on the head. The work rate from the lads just wasn't up there. There's not many times where I could stand here and say that has been the case, but today they just worked so much harder than us. They worked harder earlier, done the things that they needed to do early doors. We were doing things last minute, and you can't do things last minute, and they're a good side. So you know we've got something to work on there, especially coming up Wednesday, coming forward. So yeah.
Yeah, perfect leading in. We've obviously got another game at home midweek. What's the significance of playing at home midweek?
It's massive, yeah, because obviously, I mean, especially Hartlepool, you know, that's a long way to come midweek. And we're on the receiving end. We go to these kind of places midweek as well, and you know, lads are getting early finishes from work. You're getting on the bus, obviously tired from doing a day's graft, and then you know, obviously you get off the bus and you play a game of football. You're not back till 1 in the morning. So all them things that you know that we're used to experiencing. You've got to really make it count. Home advantage is massive, but particularly against sides like, you know, Hartlepool. I think they're unbeaten 6 from 6 this season so far. So it's going to be a very similar test to what we've had today, to be honest. When they came here last year, they were flying, and it was really similar. They just really worked hard for each other, but they had the quality with it as well. So the ask for us will be no different. But yeah, we have to try and make that home advantage count, and today we haven't managed to do that, which is poor.
Yeah, like Forsey said, Hartlepool's a really, really good, well-drilled side, and as he says, they're 6 from 6 so far this season. Mike, we've got the opportunity to do something beforehand. What is it that we can do?
Well, obviously, we've got a training session on Tuesday. Obviously, we won't be doing too much in the legs. You know, it'll be more structures and things like that. The problem we've got today is it's not going to be any different to what we're going to face on Wednesday. We've got to be switched on earlier, and it's not a fitness thing. You know, it's definitely not a fitness thing. It's just obviously we've got to be prepared to do things that bit earlier, and it's basic stuff. It's just basic stuff, and that's why I'm a little bit annoyed today with how we've gone out. You know, if it was ability, you can hold your hands up and say, look, we've wiped the floor, we'd buy a better team, but that's not the case. I think they just worked so much harder than us today. That's what we're going to get Wednesday, so we need to work that much harder on Wednesday. Just basically right that wrong. And we won't be far away. We won't be far away because we've had a good start, and we weren't playing off the park today. It was just one of them. So we'll try that process starts on Tuesday, going into Wednesday. Yeah.
Spot on. All the best for Wednesday.
Cheers.